Yesterday I found this like fuzzy in my hair and it like actually traumatized me. I was like, how did that get in there? I did not invite you to the party. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been a while since I've done an experience video, so here we are once again with another experience video. I do experience videos once in a while just to share things that have happened in my life and how I've dealt with them. And I've done a lot of these, so I'll link the ones that I've done already down below. If you have any requests for any other experience videos, please let me know. I love to do them, and I think it's just really fun to talk about my experiences and to see how many of you guys actually relate and have had similar things happen to you. When I did my benefit experience video, for example, I had no idea that I wasn't alone. Today I'm going to be talking about my car accident experience, which happened a while ago, and I thought I would talk about it because this is something a little bit more terrifying, but that I have overcome and that I'm still here and I'm happy. And obviously this was a case where it wasn't so dangerous, where people's lives were lost or anything like that. I know there's like much more serious cases, but I thought I would share with you guys kind of my experience, what happened, and then also how I dealt with my injuries. So I think we'll get started. This takes us back a while. Let's go back a little bit to when I was around 14 years old, and I was in the time of my life where I wanted to pursue lifeguarding. I don't know if lifeguarding is like this everywhere. Getting your certificate to be a lifeguard is like really hard. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time and effort and all those things. But when I started, I was 14 years old, so I really wanted to just start the process, and I actually finished when I might have just turned 18. I had just started this first course that I was taking for lifeguarding, and I was very meticulous about my lifeguarding because if you miss a class, you can actually fail the whole course because each class is so important information-wise that if you miss one, it's kind of like, well, now you don't know anything about CPR, so might as well just stop coming. So now I've set the scene. Okay, I was 14 doing lifeguarding. My mom and dad had bought a new car. Now this car, we have a very love-hate relationship with, mostly on the not so positive side, because ever since having this car, we've had really weird things happen to people in this car. The car is just freaking weird. I think it's possessed by demons, but that's just my idea. When we first got this car, I think this was like the third day that we had the car, so this is just crazy. My mom, loving the car, being like, yes, this is my new car, like so excited, offered to drive me to my lifeguarding lessons, which was really fun, and then my sister was going to come with us to kind of, you know, support me. I don't even know why she was going to come with us, to be honest. In the end, she decided not to come with us, and this is very important because this is very important that she didn't come. We get in the car, we're going off, and we are stopped at this light like near the top of the street that I live at, and it's a pedestrian controlled light, so it's flashing green and then it turns red when people are crossing. Literally takes 15 minutes for the light to change back to green. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I've been so tempted to run that light like 17 times, but I haven't. You'll be happy to know. We're at that light, turned red, so we stopped our car, and my mom and I was having a conversation as the people were crossing the street, and I was turned looking at her, just talking to her, and all of a sudden, out of the freaking blue, we're at a standstill stop. We are freaking boom up the street, like rolling all the way up the street, all the way back. Like it felt like we literally catapulted to nowhere. I don't even know what was happening. And I'm just like, what the actual F just happened? Like seriously? So I turn around and this woman had hit us in her, I guess it was like an old Jeep or something. And I was just like, okay, what the H? Seriously? Why? What happened here? Like how could you? We were stopped at a red light. There were no cars. Like it was just us. She had just completely not put on her brakes. So if we hadn't been there, she would have hit the people that were crossing the street. So I'll take one for the team, okay guys, because those people would have been dead. She must have been going between 60 and 75 kilometers an hour. My mom is hysterical. Like she's good with dealing with these intense situations, except when they involve her or when they involve someone she loves. And that's so not very practical. So she is like freaking out. And those two pedestrians that cross the street come over and are trying to calm her down, because I'm just kind of like, she's like, oh, you know, like trying to kind of basically just say, Mom, it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal. When I turn around and get out of the car and all that stuff, I see that literally if I had been in the back seat of my car, or my sister had been in the backseat of my car, I think I might have been freaking amputated. And I'm not even saying that as a joke, because the car that hit us was in our back car. Like, it was in the back of our car. It was in the back seat. Our car was completely totaled. I have never seen an accident like this from the outside, but being like in the moment, it doesn't even feel like it's that bad until you like get out of the car and see it from the outside. We get out of the car, the ambulance comes and the cop comes, and basically we just tell them what happened, and the girl was really straight up that she just didn't see us at all. She actually told us that she was on her way to an AA meeting, which was really sad because, yeah, that adds another thing you have to deal with. And I felt bad for her. As a result of the situation, I have struggled with neck and back issues since that age. And when you're like 14, 15, like, worrying about your back is not normal. Like, worrying about how you're gonna feel tomorrow because you did freaking like any exercise because of your neck is so stupid. No one should have to worry about that, let alone a 15-year-old girl. And in that moment, when the ambulance came and wanted to check my mom and I out, they completely were like, come on, like, we want to check you out, we want to make sure that you're okay. And I was just like, no, I'm completely fine, like, I don't feel anything, I feel completely fine. And 2 days later, I kind of left that shock, I guess you could say, and realized how basically immobile I was for probably 4 months from my neck. I couldn't move. Like, I was literally robot Emily. To like put into perspective, it could have been way worse. And then say, but I'm really struggling right now with this stupid, basically whiplash. I had like some really intense form of whiplash. I don't even know the correct terminology, but there's so many things that could have been worse, and that's kind of what I thought about as I kind of got older and still struggle with the neck issues. But I also think like, okay, someone could have lost their life. It was just sort of as good of a car accident experience as I think it could be, other than the fact that we were injured. If something like that happens to you, you look back at it and you're like, oh my gosh, if this happened like that, that wouldn't have happened, or this would have happened. And my sister not coming with us was huge. If one of us had been in the backseat, like I've said, we would have been really injured. So I think the whole experience of something like near death, not that that was really near death at all, you just really stop and think about the things that could have happened, and then how thankful you are that they didn't, and how lucky you are to be alive and to be healthy for the most part. So I have dealt with my neck from that day on until now. I went to physio for a long time. I've done so many different things, you have no idea. It really taught me as a young child to take responsibility for myself and to look out for myself in situations like that. And being in shock was such a weird thing because my mom and I and this woman were in shock all at the same time. But my mom's shock was like being so emotional, like she was so emotional. And I was like very much like, everything's fine, nothing happened, everything's fine. And I remember when my dad got there, usually when something like this would have happened to me, like, I don't know if this is just me because I'm a weirdo, but when everyone asks me if I'm okay and I'm really not okay, I just burst out crying, and so I don't even have to answer. It's just like, are you okay? And I'm like, ah! So when he was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm totally fine. I don't hold any like resentment against that woman who hit us, because that would just be silly, and that would be holding all that negativity that we don't need to hold on to. That car though, still don't like that car, which we had a new car brought in after that one was like completely totaled. It was taken to the junkyard. It was completely broken. I guess that would be the way. Broken? I don't know. Cars don't make sense to me. Broken? Is it broken? I don't know. Could it still run? Probably. It would just have a car attached to it that wouldn't get out. I don't know. I don't even know what happened to that car. Like, I don't even know how they got it. I guess a tow truck must have come. Anyway, I'm thinking about so many things. Yeah, that's basically my car accident experience. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you have any more experience videos that you would like to see from me, please let me know down below. And I would love to do them for you guys because I love doing these videos. And if you've been in a car accident, let me know your experience down below if you want to share. Car accidents are really freaky and they happen all the time, and it's always when you least expect it. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know down below any video requests, and I will see you all very soon. Bye guys!